Hey guys, welcome to Biscuits and Gravy. I'm a little late this morning because you know what? I wanted to start out early, but I was up so late last night. I was, when your creative mind gets going and you just can't shut it down. It's pretty much what happened to me. I had so many ideas and stuff in my mind. I just kept on writing things down, and I think I finally went to bed about 1 o'clock. Pretty sure it's about 1 o'clock. Anyway, so this is Biscuits and Gravy. This is where you find out everything that's going on all the other channels, or what's coming up on the other channels, or just what I'm up to, or what I'm thinking about, whatever. There we go. I was looking this morning at my pepperoncinis. I grew pepperoncinis in the AeroGarden, and I thought I only had like 3 seeds, so I had to make it work, right? So I put them in there. Every one of them started and grew into a great big huge plant, and they did bloom and they did put off peppers. So now I have a whole bunch of pepperoncinis that I can get the seeds out of for this year for planting. So I'm thrilled about that, But anyway, this video will be, or this channel will be putting out videos Monday through Friday, just letting you know what's coming up. Letting you know what happened. You can catch up here pretty much on everything. So I have started this channel, but I'm also starting another one, which is called Painted Sky Revival. And I'm probably going to be doing that mostly by myself, but I don't know. My sister wants to do it with me, but she has cyclic vomiting, and so sometimes she can't be around. But if boy, some loud ones going on. They're busy this morning. But if she can't be around, then she can't be around. And if she wants to do it on her own, we're trying to set this up at a location that she can just go and do that if she wants to and have everything ready to go. So we're kind of working on different, ideas. And we've got probably 2 months worth already done. So we're good there. But I was sitting here thinking, it got pretty cold last night. They say that it got down to 17 around some areas around here, but it doesn't seem like to me it got down that low. It may have, I don't know. But the bees are not moving this morning at all. They were out the other day, and right now it's about 39 degrees. But it's supposed to get up to 69 today. I'm like, holy cow, what? 69? No wonder people get sick so much in Indiana. The weather's always fluctuating constantly. You could be freezing one day and the next day it's a heat wave. You never know whether to pull out shorts or insulated jeans. So, but anyway, I ran out of creamer. I had to use milk. So, getting my coffee in me because I need it bad. Boy, do I need it bad. Let me see. I was going to tell you about the Homestead Her video coming up tomorrow. I did some beans and weenies. So, and it was funny because I mentioned it to my daughter, and she said, I don't usually feed my kids wieners, Mom. I'm like, I know you don't, because I never fed them to you guys, but I went and bought some really good ones. I bought the expensive beef wieners. So that's what I'm going to use tomorrow, and I'm going to make some beans and weenies, and that's what's going to be in that video tomorrow on Homestead Her. So check it out. It'll be a good one. I'm trying to come up with some different kinds of things rather than the same old, everybody's always canning. I want to get some different things on the shelf. I've also changed totally how I have looked at my canning and what I need to can. It's just me here. So 1 pint jar can last me 2 meals easy. So I really don't need to can as much. I can open up a pint jar of green beans or what have you and eat half of them for 1 meal, and then later in the week eat some more for another, and it'll probably last me longer than that because I don't think I could eat a half pint of green beans, to tell you the truth. But it'd last me at least 3 meals, I would say, out of 1 pint. So that pretty much changes everything for me. My soup, the soups that I put up, I usually put up a lot of soup every year. I can significantly cut that number down. It's just me. So, and I really don't want to do them in pints because then I'm just using so much space. So I want to keep it with the quarts. But I think for like red chili, I'll still put it in pints because sometimes I get acid really bad off of red chili. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I do. And so I'd much rather just make it in pints. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Also have a recipe coming up on Grit and Gumption on Thursday. So check that out. That is a recipe that somebody gave me, but it came off of a Reels that's going around right now. So I think I'm going to tweak it just a little bit, but definitely watch for Thursday, because that's going to be a good one. You'll want to try that, because I absolutely can't wait. My daughter and I are I'm going to get it all ready the night before here, and then take it into her house. We're going to finish it off. So we'll see how we both like it. But I'm sure it's going to be awesome, because all the stuff you put in it is awesome. It's like, I don't usually eat stuff like that, but I haven't had anything like that in so long that it just sounds so good. And Raquel and I have been trying to like have coffee together when I come in there on Wednesdays. And I always come and see my grandkids on Wednesdays, spend time with them and stuff. So, and then I come back again on the weekend, and I'll either have breakfast, you know, with them or something. But anyway, or stop by around lunchtime or something, just pop in, say hi, you know, visit for a little bit. But anyway, yeah, so we're gonna have some coffee and have this thing that I'm making. I'm not gonna say what it is. You gotta check it out on Grit and Gumption Thursday. But yeah, it's gonna be good, I'm hoping. Anyway, these bees, they were, like I said, they were running around everywhere, flying the other day. I don't know if it's just too cold right now, but it's, like I said, about 40 and nobody's moving. So, but this happens sometimes. I hope they're not dead, because if we get a heat wave and then it goes back to being cold, they're not ready for that sometimes, and it just kills them off. So I'm waiting to see if they're going to be okay. I'm right in their path. If they decide to come out, I'm going to be right here bugging them. But I'm probably about, I don't know, 15 feet away from them. And we have 4 hives now. So, and last I saw, about 2 weeks ago, everything was fine. So we'll see what happens. I got the chicks in the house. I've got some silkies in there, and I've got some Easter eggers, a couple Will Summers, and they're ready to come out. Let me tell you, they're starting to want to, you know, get down and dust themselves. So in the bedding, and I can't have that in the house. So today, while it's warm, I'm probably going to get them set up outside too. And I have a little chicken house thing. I'm gonna probably put them in there with a heat light. So in the evening, when the heat it gets so cold, I'm gonna put it on a thing that'll flip on immediately as soon as it gets down to a certain temperature. But yeah, I'm gonna get those guys out of the house today. I'm never gonna be so happy about that, because y'all, I have been crazy spring cleaning. Oh my gosh, between my creative mind going berserk on me and just coming up with all kinds of ideas for everything, I also just am crazy spring cleaning. I mean, crazy. I just feel like I'm ready for the summer. I'm ready for the spring and the summer, and Easter, and which Easter is the last Sunday of March this year on the 31st. So get ready for that. I love Easter. And I purchased a long time ago, some molds for chocolate bunnies. My grandmother, Shove, used to make us chocolate bunnies every year, and they had the like Rice Krispie Crunch in them, and they were peanut butter on the inside, peanut butter, you know, crispy, whatever, chocolate bunnies. Oh my gosh, they were always so good. I loved them. And I missed that so much. And I decided when I came across these molds that I found, that I was going to start making those for my grandkids when the time came. Well, I've got 2 now, and I've got 1 on the way. So I think this year I'm going to have to get her done. I'm going to have to look for a recipe, and I don't have that recipe. If anybody does, put it down in the comments, because I would love to get my hands on a recipe like that. I don't even think my aunt has it. My Aunt Colleen, we call her Aunt Cokie. But Aunt Colleen, I don't think she has it either, and I don't think she does anything like that or ever has. So it may just be a recipe that we'll never have. I don't know, unless she has grandma's recipes somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to do that. I thought that'd be fun, and I could actually do that on Grit and Gumption if I, you know, want to get around to it. But I'm gonna have to really start searching for that recipe. As far as Painted Sky Revival goes, you guys, I just love to find new things out. I'm like a knowledge junkie. If I can get online, like this morning, I got online and I was looking up some stuff, and then the next thing you know, I'm down a rabbit hole. I'm checking this out and checking that out, because I'll check the information out that I read and then dive into it deeper, and then, you know, then you're going off on this path, and then you're reading more and finding out more, and next thing you know, you're going off on this path and you're finding out more about that. And I just love to be educated and to know things that, you know, why wouldn't you? I mean, the more you know, the better off you are. That's the way I always look at it. I mean, and I'll tell you what, it's proved to be truthful in this last month with me, for sure, because what I thought I knew as to be the definition for something was, yeah, it was a roundabout definition. Yeah, it was true. Yeah, I had it right, but I just had no idea into what depth it went. So I got educated, let me tell you what. Boy, did I ever. The homework I've been having to do, you know, workbooks and homework, and then also checking stuff out online, listening to some podcasts, listening to some videos, researching some doctors and their studies. I've learned a lot. But I love that too, you know? I mean, I really do. I just love it. Okay, guys, well, I am going to wrap this up, and I'll see you tomorrow right here, same place, and it'll be earlier, though, because I want to try to have these videos out by 8 o'clock in the morning, so we'll see how that goes. Unless something goes on with Mom and Dad, because, well, if you're new here, my parents are older, of course, and they have problems, and they are two ornery little peas in a pod, and they are always up to something. They live by themselves, and but you know, there's always, us three girls are always there. Somebody's there all the time, you know, handling stuff and taking care of stuff. But you know, we've got falls all the time, or we've got this happen or that happen, or a doctor's appointment or something all the time, and it just gets more interesting by the day. So you never know what you're going to encounter. As a matter of fact, last week, well, this is why I can't believe it's going to be like almost 69 degrees today, because just last week it was so cold. It was 17. It was snow everywhere. It was so bad you couldn't even drive. It was, I had 1 foot of visual clearance in front of me that I could see. I mean, 1 foot, or I mean not 1 foot, one car length in front of me. It was foggy as can be, so it was all white. And then the road was totally snowed on because it was coming down like crazy. It was blowing, and you couldn't tell the difference between the road, the field. And usually, you know, you can tell where you're at by people's homes or mile markers or signs, you know, intersections. You couldn't even see that. I could not tell where I was, how far down the road I was, if it was time for me to turn, if it wasn't. I was trying to get 2 counties over, and it was awful. It was awful. It took me forever, but I got there to Mom and Dad's. The power went out, and the first thing I did, I called my sister. Of course, Dad has a generator, but we were trying to figure out what to do. And they do have a fireplace there, a wood stove, because it's a really nice, huge buck stove. It's beautiful. It was my old stove for my home, and I gave it to them when I moved. But yeah, I thought, well, I could make a fire, but then I remembered the power's out. I can't even get into the back barn because Dad just let me know, like the week before that he couldn't find the key. We have it coded so we can get into the doors by code, but if the power's out, you can't get in. So I couldn't get to the wood to make a fire. So I called my sister at like 11:30 at night, and I said, hey, the power's out. We need to get some heat into Mom and Dad, because if it starts getting cold in there, we're gonna have some problems. So they lived, you know, most to the next county over themselves, she and her husband. So they jumped in their vehicle and I jumped in mine, and we took off. We got there. They brought in a kerosene heater. They took it to the garage and got it all ready and full kerosene, and everything came in and set that up. That burger kept that house. My mom and dad have a big house, and that kept everything so toasty. I could not believe it. But I sat there in the recliner all night, you know, and waited for the power to come back on. It was supposed to come back on about 2. Well, first they said 1, then they said 3, and then they said 6. They called and said 6 o'clock, and then about 4 o'clock it popped on. Thank God, because then I went to bed. I was so tired. I had been up all night long, and I'd gotten up super early that morning, like at 3, because I couldn't sleep. So I was really tired. I'll tell you what, I took a good nap the next day. I sure did. I took a good nap. But yeah, you never know what's going to happen with my parents. They are always doing something, or they want something. I mean, we don't want them to drive anymore, so we're cool with that. Whatever you need, just let us know. We'll get it. There's 3 of us. We can figure it out. Even if we have to Uber it, whatever. We'll get you what you want. We'll get you what you need. We can order it on Amazon. We can order food through Uber or whatever. We can have stuff delivered any way you need it if we can't get to it, but we just make sure they get what they need. so that that doesn't happen. We even had their groceries delivered to him one day because none of us could get to it. And this last week, I was down. I had a trigeminal situation, and my sister's back went out and found out that she actually fractured her back. So that was not good. So she's got to see a doctor in Indy. And then my other sister was on her cyclic vomiting cycle. And it was like, holy cow, what are we going to do? So I was out for 2 days. And then I guess Denise's husband stepped in and he went grocery shopping for Mom. And her big concern was the sushi. He's not going to know what kind of sushi to get or where to even find the sushi. I said, Mom, he's got it covered. He's a sheriff. Oh my gosh, I'm sure he can handle that. Yeah. But anyway, so I had to let her know, yes. And she's, no, I'll just go get it myself. I'll go get it myself. I said, Mom, no, you're not going to drive. You're not going to go anywhere. Just stay put. He knows exactly what he's doing. We've all discussed it already, and he's totally on board and ready to do it. So just sit there. He'll call you in a little bit. So then she finally settled with that, and she was happy. So, and he did. He got everything she needed, and she was so excited, and she couldn't believe he actually pulled it off. It was so funny. Ye of little faith. Anyway, you guys, I hope you have a great day. I got to get busy. I got too many things to do. So you take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. This is Biscuits and Gravy. Don't forget me over here. You got to show up and find out what's going on. Bye.